Hello everybody and welcome to another feature release for DCME. This feature release has a lot of updates to the system, some fixes, some changes that will make things more efficient, and just overall some major improvements to the DCME console and app. So let's get into the feature release video and show you some of the main changes we've made to the system. So firstly, we fixed the clone week functionality. So what we can do here now, we can take a staff member's rota that already has appointments allocated to it, and we can copy that to a different week for either the same staff member or a different staff member. So what I'm going to do is show you an example. I'm going to clone the week of the 10th of June for myself, Daniel Lawrence, and I'm going to apply it to the week of the 17th of June to myself again, Daniel Lawrence. So let's show you how this clone would work. Firstly, we click on the clone week button, which is on the staff member appointments page. We then select the staff member whose rota we are cloning and the staff member whose rota we are cloning to. We then select the date of the week that we want to clone the rota of. So it would be the week of the 10th for this example, and we're cloning it to the week of the 17th. So firstly, what we've also introduced, which is good, is there are also some checks here. So if, for example, a service user is on a temporary suspension, or the temporary suspension hasn't been closed in the console, it will display a warning. The reason being that a service user could have potentially gone into hospital, for example, or be on holiday, and you're attempting to clone the week and allocate appointments for this service user who is actually, not requiring their appointment. So it just gives you that warning, just to double check if you're okay to do that and if there's no mistakes being made. In this example, we want to proceed, so we click proceed and we allow the clone to complete by clicking save. It gives you a notification here just to say that the clone is successful. Now we will show you this now, successful clone. And there you go, the week has been cloned successfully. Now there are a number of checks that are happening when we attempt to do a clone week. The first check is, for example, if any appointments, if you're cloning an appointment or any appointments which are double-handed and for a specific week, the destination week, and those double-handed appointments already have 2 staff members assigned, the clone will fail and it will give you a warning. If you're attempting to clone a whole week for a staff member and you're applying it to a different week, if that staff member already has appointments assigned for that week, the clone will fail. So it's important you do the clone first of all, and then you add any appointments after you've done your initial clone. The reason we've done it this way is to avoid any overlapping of appointments or clashing of appointments. So when you're doing your rotas and your scheduling, please be mindful that you need to double check that no appointments are already assigned to that staff member, otherwise the clone won't work. So that's the clone week functionality. We've also made some changes to the clone day functionality. So what this allows you to do is clone any specific day where appointments have been assigned to a staff member and to assign them to a different day. Just to allow your rotoring to be more efficient. However, there are some more checks and we'll show you an example of this. So for this example, I want to clone Wednesday the 12th and I want to apply it to Monday the 17th. As you can see, on Monday the 17th, I already have an appointment assigned at 8 to 8:30. So I'm trying to clone Wednesday the 12th, and you can see I have an existing appointment at that time as well. So let's see what the outcome of this is. So what I'll do is I will select the staff member here, there, and click next. I want to clone Wednesday the 12th, and that's the only day I want to clone. So I can select all the appointments, and I want to attempt to clone that to the 17th. The warning comes up because the client is on a temporary suspension, but this is just for demo purposes, so we can click yes. And I'm going to clone it to myself. Now, as you can see, this has failed, and the reason it's failed is because I'm trying to attempt to clone an appointment from 8 to 8:30 onto a day where I already have I'm assigned to an appointment for the same time. So what I can do now is instead of selecting everything, I can deselect that one, which is where the clash is causing, where the clash is happening, and attempt to do the clone again. So let's try that again. Clone and save, and now it's successfully completed. So if I now look at my rota for the 17th, I have my existing appointment there and the other appointments I have cloned. Now also, what will happen is, for example, if I was going to attempt to clone this appointment, if I'm attempting to clone a double-handed appointment onto a day where there are already 2 staff members assigned to that double-handed appointment, the clone will fail. The reason being, the system has no way to identify which staff member you want to replace. So therefore it will fail, and it's down to the user to then unassign one of the staff members and reattempt the clone. The clone selective day functionality is limited to 7 days. So you can only select 7 different days in one operation to clone. Anything beyond that, you would want to clone you would use the clone week functionality, and it just becomes a lot more difficult to manage when you've got so many days and so many appointments. So what this will allow you to do, it won't allow you to clone appointments that are clashing with existing appointments. So if you're attempting to clone to a specific day that has existing appointments assigned, it will clash. It will say it can't complete the clone. And it will also allow you to clone around appointments. So for example, if I'm attempting to clone appointments from 9 to 10, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and I have an existing appointment from 10:15 to 10:45 on my rota for that day, the clone will be successful. So you can clone around existing appointments, but it won't allow you to overlap appointments. So that's some of the changes for the cloning, selective days and cloning week functionality, which should allow you to do things a lot more efficiently. And let's go into some of the other changes for you guys. So we've made some changes to the assessment of needs. This is from feedback from the CQC and the local authorities, and we've added a section for, on the assessment of needs for these, the potential service user to explain their short-term goals and their long-term goals. What the CQC and the local authorities want to see is that you're trying to enable them and provide them with reablement so they can become more independent. So it's important that you understand what their goals are, their short-term and long-term, and you work with the service user towards these outcomes. So we've added this on the assessment of needs form. We made some minor tweaks to the care plans. We've added in the short-term goals and the long-term goals. This allows you, for the family members to see them if they've got the family app, or if you print the care plans up and put them in the service users' homes, they can see these. We've added also a section for your power of attorneys now on the care plan, so they can select yes, and the type of power of attorney. You can also put who has that power of attorney. So this is some small tweaks we've made to the care plans. We've added some more features to the HR hub. So now you've got an exit interview. So any staff members that are leaving your employment, you can do an exit interview for them and have it on your records. We've also added an appraisal. So you can add an appraisal. It's also, and you can have a reminder. So when the next appraisal date is and when the next one's due, you'll get a reminder by email to say that appraisal is due. So there's an appraisal added, an updated appraisal form added to the system. Please be mindful that we'll be removing the existing appraisal forms in 1 month's time. So we'll send an email out, but any appraisals done on the old template will need to be exported, because that option will be removed from the console. We've added a family session, app session management. This is for the family app. So in terms of how long they can remain logged in without having to re-log in again, you can set the time within this feature. We've done some, in terms of the reporting now, for auditing, we've added in an option to now, in previously, if you were adding it, or you were exporting 1 month or 1 week's worth of appointment summaries, and for example, if a service user had 3 appointments a day, that would be 21 summaries. The previous way of doing it, you would have had 21 separate PDF reports for each appointment summary. Now it's combined on one PDF document, so you can have a max of 7 days of appointment summaries combined onto the one PDF document. This will make it a lot easier when you're doing your auditing, which you can do here where I'll show you. So the audit feature is contained within the service user manual, and you can have your audits, and you can select the month it relates to. You know, the CQC like to see that you're regularly auditing your staff's and your service users' appointment data to make sure, you know, you're remaining compliant, you are aiming to improve on what you're doing, most importantly. And this functionality allows you to do that. You can spot any trends, you know, the good and the bad, and then put corrective action, you know, to resolve, you know, anything that needs resolution. We've made the unassigned, so you can check your unassigned reports now on the unassigned page, and if there's unassigned appointments, you click on the link above and it will take you directly to that service user's rota for that specific week. So that will make things a lot easier and more efficient with your rotoring. You also have some other minor changes, which I'm sure you'll notice will improve the overall usability of the system. And we've made some changes to the app, which I'm sure many of you have seen. From now on, you know, the CQC don't really want to see people updating their records 5, 6, 7, 8 hours after they've had their appointments. You know, information could be forgotten, information could be changed. So, you know, they like to see information updated as you are observing it, which I know can be challenging at times because, you know, you've got to get to your next appointment and things. So what we've done, we've added a feature where you have 1 hour to be able to go back and edit any records. And once that hour has completed, you won't be able to make any changes. Now we're keen to hear your feedback about that. If anybody would like to send us any emails just to let us know if you're happy with the changes to the app, or if there's anything you're not happy with, you know, because we really look forward to hearing your feedback and want to know, you know, what you want in your care management system. You know, we're keen to understand, you know, how we can improve the system and how we can offer you things that, you know, maybe we don't necessarily have at the moment. So by all means, always speak to your account manager, or you can send emails to us directly and we'll get in contact with you guys. There's been some other changes, some small changes to the app where you can delete holiday requests now if they're in the pending status. You'll notice that we've got now the fluid management, the stool chart, and the general observations. This is just more information. You know, if you ever need to record, go back and check on anything, or provide information to a medical professional, you know, the more information we have, the better, the easier it becomes to make a more accurate diagnosis. So yeah, I hope you like these updates, and we will have some more updates coming relatively quickly. But for now, yeah, this is the latest update. The big focus was really on making sure the rotoring can be more efficient for you guys. So hopefully, you know, everyone will appreciate that, and it will make everybody's life a lot easier going forward. Again, DCME, Domiciliary Care Made Easier. We look forward to seeing you and speaking to you in the future. Thank you.